Today we are back with some more Minecraft Skyblock here on MCHub. The main plan for this video is we're going to be going ahead and advancing on either more farming or advancing on spawners, because last video we reached the chicken spawner, which is the default tier, and now we're actually at pigs. If we look at Island Mastery, we are currently down 2 tiers out of however many there are here. So basically our next tier is of course going to be llama, and we have to kill at least 1,000 pigs. And then of course we got to go over some more mastery, which we did advance on beetroot. We finally got wheat done, we're out of the wheat tier, and we're currently working towards potatoes, which essentially we're not buying any of these upgrades. We're gonna be just going straight for the unlock for potatoes. That is the main plan right now, at least. We also did organize the island. I mostly did the organization, just put everything in different spots, which I'll showcase here in a bit. But if you are excited for more MCHub Skyblock, make sure to leave a like on the video. I'd appreciate it a lot. It helps get the video out in the YouTube algorithm. So we have a ton of robots here. They're all farmers. We got a interstellar, bedrock, and netherite, all for farming or farmer, all running on beetroot with a crafting recipe, a auto crafting recipe in the collection box unit. It's for beetroot, the enchanted version. So I have a cool trick I want to show off, because there's 2 stacks in here, which means you can double your storage. That's why we have this system. Basically, if we take the stack that doesn't have the word yes in it, so if we take all these out, these are the ones being crafted as we speak. If we go ahead and put them in here, they're going to stack into a brand new stack. As you can see, they all stacked, and then the new ones being crafted from all this stuff being harvested. Basically, you can double your storage capacity, which is insane, in case you don't want to sell your loot quickly. We also do have a royal fox pet, which gives us 0.4 extra on our credits multiplier when we sell, which is really good. But yeah, we have a lot of loot we're going to sell really quickly here, and we also expanded 2 layers of the farm. We have 2 layers, and they're actually 4 chunks now instead of 2. Basically, we've been collecting a lot of beetroot. I know Ernie had to do his past challenges, which I've already done mine for today. I'm already done, at least for now. We'll see if I record tomorrow for this video at some point. But either way, I'm already at past level or tier 11, which is pretty good. And what we do with all the beetroot that we get from that is just put it in here, and we literally just craft up a ton more, because apparently you can feed items into these. So now we just craft a ton more enchanted beetroot. Another thing I've been forgetting about is we did island upgrades. We finally got this upgrade that I was mentioning last video. If we go here, we got tier 1, so we can place 4 robots of each type. And then we also got, I believe, the power multiplier. I know this will be good late game, but apparently we need the power boost as well. We need 100 million, so actually we're gonna get that really quickly here. Oh yeah, and all my kits are ready. Hopefully we get some shards. We're at 69,000. Surely we get a decent amount from our kits there. I do have to go ahead and sell all these. We got around almost 10,000 shards from opening our kits, because we get pouches that auto open, so that is pretty good. We got a decent bit of shards. But what we're gonna do is wear this armor set or skin set. Ernie gave me this full set of gear. It's like a swimming set, but it gives a cell boost of 0.65, which is insane, and it adds up quickly. So we're gonna go ahead, go to our boosters. We're gonna activate a 2.5 times really quickly. So I grabbed out the pet. We're gonna do /pets, go here, disable our current one, and then we're gonna go back to pets again, put this one on, and our booster should be active. We have everything running. Here we go. We got 570 million. Oh my gosh. All right, we're putting everything back, and we're gonna log off because there is a reboot, and we'll join back once it's done. Okay, so it turns out the reboot is actually happening after, because there's a dungeon going on, and people want to do the boss, which I do not blame them at all. They don't want to miss the opportunity. And if you look in our island vault, we've been storing money in there. We have 25 million, which is not bad. We have 8,500 shards that I'll probably put the rest of mine in when I log off, in case anyone on our island wants to purchase anything. Oh yeah, and that reminds me, I do need to spend a bit here on these 2 collection units, or collection box units. Basically, I need to get these 2 upgrades to get the capacity up higher, just so they're all level 2, all of these. So we're gonna go here in island upgrades, buy the island power boost, get that going. There we go, tier 1. And then I think there's a spawner boost we could purchase as well, which I'm not complaining. I think we should probably get that, just so we boost our spawner efficiency. So there we go. And if I'm gonna be honest, we're just gonna get the crop cell multiplier and the crop growth speed, greed, since we have enough to purchase all these, so we gotta take advantage of them while we can. Same with the island sell multiplier overall, we're gonna get that. We need to get 25 million out of our vault and sell something really quickly, which turns out we're gonna be out of shards pretty quick here. I don't really care that I'm not getting the full benefits from selling that, since we are gonna go ahead and just quickly do an upgrade, and that was no time at all for those. So we're gonna get the ore generator tier, even though we don't really need it right yet. I would like to work on it either way, and it tells you what tiers you have currently and what you'll get next if you upgrade these. I personally think it's worth getting this just because it's so cheap right now, and we're gonna make a ton of money overnight. So now we have a ton of island upgrades done. This one, of course, we don't need to upgrade, and the hopper limit we'll get at some point in time. We don't really care for that too much, but what I'm gonna do is start working on grinding out a ton of mobs, and we'll move the cobblestone generator right when I'm done with that. So I will give an update here in a moment. So I did manage to go ahead and get done the mob mastery for llama to be unlocked, so now we can go ahead and replace the spawners. And now that I'm thinking about it, we actually can't because we don't have any credits or money. So we're kind of locked to pigs for the time being until we can actually get some credits to buy a few llama spawners. Otherwise, we're just kind of locked here. But of course, what we can do is move this all the way down to its own separate chunk. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna go into shop and we're gonna buy some stone brick. We'll get a few stacks here, and then we're gonna build out roughly about to this chunk. So we're gonna go ahead and build it like this, and essentially the lava is gonna be contained in here, and I believe it's 5 blocks up if I'm not mistaken. Go into shop again, buy some more stone brick. We're gonna do FP32, which essentially is just fast place, which is very useful. I think it's dependent on the rank of the player, is how far you can place out the blocks, of course. All right, we place that in, and of course we place that in. So now what we need is, I believe, 32 signs. So we're gonna go ahead, grab out 1, 2, or oh, I already purchased 32, never mind. It gave me more than I needed. So we're gonna go ahead, place these all in just like this. And of course, we'll get 2 trapdoors for both sides, might as well. And then we have to extend it out this way so the water is flowing and not just a straight up source. And then we should be good from there. We just gotta place in all the blocks with fast place. We just gotta go to shop, get a little bit more stone brick, and we should be good. Also, I don't know how we got this, but apparently we have an infinite lava bucket. Oh yeah, and we need to put some blocks in the center here for the time being. And the reason we do that is so then when I break those blocks, it'll generate the ores properly. And that's kind of how the concept of this design works, of course. But now I gotta go ahead, place in all the water. All right, the water's situated. The last thing we need to do, of course, is get the lava going. So I'm just gonna spam click this and make sure I get every single block situated. All right, one more layer, and then we should pretty much be done with moving this over. Besides the collection box units, we need to set those up. What I'm going to do is quickly just do one breeze through this, so then it generates all the ores. So we're just gonna go ahead, go through every single one of these on its own. So this collection box unit right here, we're actually going to pick up, and we're gonna put in a cobblestone crafting recipe, which I think this one actually has one as well. I'm gonna go ahead, go into the crafting, put that in, so now we get enchanted cobblestone. All right, get another collection box unit, and of course our most important CBU recipes are going to be in here that we may need in the future. But either way, we're gonna go ahead, put the collection box on this side, put this in, and now we need to get a bit of shards to upgrade this at some point to 2,500 capacity instead of 500. Or actually no, we have 8,500 in the vault that I completely forgot about, and I technically put those there to be fair. But let's go ahead, purchase it, and there we go. We got our cobblestone generator moved. Now we gotta destroy this one. Basically, we gotta destroy this, and then we're gonna move over the mob one as well, because that means we can get its own storage system going, and it won't interfere with the farm down here, which is probably what I don't want it to interfere with the most. And the good thing about the new one, I believe it's bigger than this one. I built it 2 chunks wide, which definitely will help going back and forth at different lengths. I think it's just way more convenient going about it that way. Okay, so I got rid of the mob farm. We're just gonna go ahead, move it into this chunk, and then we'll set up a collection box for everything. I don't remember how exactly the design was built, so I'm just kind of going with what I remember and the best way I can go about building this. So we'll see what I come up with. All right, last water bucket, and there we go. I built it the best I could, but either way, it should work now. We're just gonna grab one last block, and there we go. We got our spawner design. It's pretty simple, but it works. And I also did replace all all the floor here, instead of it being dirt and grass, it is now stone brick, which looks way better. We're definitely gonna have to build a better storage system because right now this is just in the middle of the open area, which is not great if I'm gonna be honest. But either way, if we take a look at mastery, we want to hit up to potatoes. So we need to get to at least level 15 or tier 15 on beetroot to then unlock this upgrade. So I think we're gonna try and work towards that. And I'm also gonna set up a collection box over here for the mob farm. So yeah, we'll be doing that, but I'm gonna go ahead and come back with an update here in a moment. So it's been a bit since I recorded the last clip. It's actually another new day, and I do want to give an update on things that we have discovered that is going to help us kind of make more progress on the server. So the first thing I want to go over is, of course, the collection box. If we go ahead and look here, there's an auto crafting balance. Essentially, you get this by manually farming, killing mobs, or mining ores. Basically, that's the only way you can get it. So the way about going about this is having one in a manual farm, having one in an AFK, and rotate them out. As you can see, there's about 3,000 in this collection box. That's because we've been manually farming, and some of these already have a ton more. We got 400 in this one only though, because I think someone moved that one. We got 6,000, 5,000 in that one, 9,000, almost 10,000 in that, and then of course 15,000. So we're gonna go ahead and just sell all this loot, and we're gonna swap out this one, I think is the plan. So we're gonna go ahead, swap this out, and put this guy down, put in the auto crafting recipe for melon slice, because we are on melons now, as you can see. These do make a lot of money, but we're on melons now, so now all the storage in these robots, which we have 4 now, are gonna eventually all go into here if they have enough time to get all the melons in there. Because right now they're overflowing, and this fills every 4 hours at maximum. Like, that's the longest it would take. So it could take around 3 hours to fill with all enchanted melons, around 2,500. If we do not actually watch this, then it's probably half of that. So we're gonna put down the collection box unit here, go ahead, go here, put the crafting recipe for the enchanted cobblestone in here, which honestly, I think I'm just gonna get rid of that. And the reason I say it is because it's just wasting a ton of crafting points we can use in the future for our crafting balance on making automation money. So we're gonna go ahead, put it in our collection box unit chest. And we are also finally on mushrooms. As you can see, we got a level 30 spawner here, and then we also have 2 just regular spawners, which is good. And then the other thing I did want to mention is the island masteries. So as you can see, we have available 22 points in crops. Apparently all the crops overall that you have unlocked, the points you get from each tier are global to any crop type. What we've been doing is just farming whatever crop we have currently, any of these, to get points. And with these points, we're going to be spending into the next upgrade, which is 45 to get up to carrot, which is crazy to think how many points that is, which to be fair, we'd probably be there by now if I didn't choose to spend into this upgrade in the wheat section, and of course the other upgrade, the enchanted drop. Apparently it's not worth it to do that. Apparently it just stalls out progression, which is unfortunate. I've actually been doing milestones. As you can see, I have 50,000 blocks broken on milestones, and we're so close to getting a loot box from this, which I'm probably just gonna sell or open. I don't really know. And I've been doing pass. We're currently at 16 on our tier, which it is a new day. I don't have my pass challenges done. I did the other ones yesterday, which I didn't show, I think, in the video, but I had 2 days done in pass in this video combined, and now we're probably gonna have 3 days done because all those challenges seem to be pretty easy. We also do have a melon farm layer now. Essentially, what I do to make this easier when farming melons is I use a rare cave spider pet at minimum because it gives you haste 3. So when you are mining, you can just fly and mine with a efficiency, I believe, 10 netherite axe, which is convenient, which it's easy to get those off the AH, the auction house. But yeah, all I've been doing is mining crops, beetroot, potatoes, wheat, melons, to try and get up to carrots, because that's what I want to hit at the end of the video. And to give a rundown on how we get the crafting recipes, they're obtained from dungeons, I believe. I've not been the one collecting them. I know Dividing has been collecting all those, and he's been doing a lot of dungeons, so I'm assuming it's from the chests inside dungeons, which makes the most sense. So one thing I didn't actually know about is if there's a global booster active. So if we go back here and go to global, if there's any global credit boosters active, you can activate a personal and they do stat. And you can actually check your multipliers for everything. If you do /multi, it tells you all your multipliers, what you have currently on your island, and just spawners, shards, and credits. So I put away all of my money and currency, and it's all in the vault now, so we should be good. I am gonna quickly go ahead and take off this pet. Whenever I'm farming or mining, I use the royal one. I don't know if this is the max tier or not, but it's a really good tier of pet. So we get extra mining drops. We also get the haste 3, extra mining shards, which is insane. We kind of just rotate it between whoever's using it. We put it in a chest when we're not using it. So I'm gonna quickly mine out just a little bit of blocks and then get to that point where we can open the milestone and do our pass. So give me 1 second here. Okay, we're less than 100 blocks away. We should get our loot box here in a moment from our milestone. And there we go. We got our loot box key. We're gonna go ahead and go to spawn. All right, we'll go ahead, open this up for the fun of it. What are we getting? Anything good or bad? I'll take it. Let's see. Oh, we got an infinite cell one. Let's go. We don't even have one of the 2x ones, so I'll actually take that. If I'm gonna be straightforward, that is a really good pull because we don't have one. Since we started mining, we made 800 in our collection box balance here, and because we didn't have the crafting recipe inside of it anymore, which is really good, and that was like only a few thousand blocks, which adds up very quickly for when we need them over here. But I'm gonna go ahead and start grinding out a lot of the island mastery, see if we can get up to carrots before the end of the video, and we'll see if we can progress on our island slayer or mobs mastery as well. We'll see, but I will give an update here in a moment. So it's been about a day and a half since I recorded the last clip, and as you can see, we have carrots now. Let's go. And we have a ton of farmer robots, netherite, and 1 interstellar. They all have a ton of charms in them, which we did discover you can combine a few types of them. Some you cannot combine, but basically we've been combining them all, getting all our charms inside of here to get extra boosts on these. But now we got enchanted carrots going. We did have a CBU recipe that Dividing got from a dungeon run, which is really good. And this makes a lot of credits, which is insane. And I've still been doing the tactic where we go ahead, put the items in the chest, and then of course get double the storage by doing that. And we also found out another good thing that we're gonna probably do for next video is there is the crafting multiplier. So we've been upgrading this. Essentially you get more points for auto crafting into your balance. And what we want to do is combine that with a different upgrade, which is known as the range. Basically it expands by chunks, and I believe it goes up to 7x7 chunks radius, which is crazy, but it costs a lot of shards over time. So we're gonna have to upgrade that at some point where we make like a setup all in one chunk with 1 collection box unit, so then we can actually manual farm while it automatically goes into the collection box that's used for AFKing. So then they're not all separate, and so we don't have to swap all the collection boxes around. At the end of the day, it's just way more convenient. And we've also been getting a lot of island upgrades, which is going great. Slowly getting up there on our island upgrades. And we're of course getting a ton of shards. Dividing's been running a lot of dungeon bosses, placing in the top 5, even first most of the time when he's doing it. So we're getting a lot of shards to progress on other upgrades on the island as well, which is good. The last thing to mention, of course, is we got to the bog spawner, which is good. So that means we are on the yellow tier, which means they're harder to get. You have to kill 10,000 mobs each time you want to unlock a new tier. So we have to kill 10,000 to unlock Guardian, and then on the orange tier, it's 15,000, I believe, and then 25,000 for the red tier. So it's gonna be some sort of grind to get all the way up to the final mob type, which will take some time. But that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I do appreciate all the support, and I will see you all in the next one.